So my question is this. So yesterday there was an article I read that talked about a company called Cambridge Analytica that talks about like how you use, they're using data to kind of map out people's preferences and the privacy concerns associated with it.
Yeah. I know that one well. Yes.
And so my question is, when we're talking about the government using open data and trying to promote social good and social welfare, are you concerned with organizations taking that and doing that?
Yes.
And then how do you get over people's objections to that?
Section 1561 of the Affordable Care Act. So, I know, that's so wonky. So let me say, one of the roles that I played was to advance what the president called the Internet Privacy Bill of Rights, the Consumer Internet Privacy Bill of Rights. Where we landed and went nowhere in Congress was that we need to move from notice and consent. Who reads the user agreements on any website? Blah, 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 blah. I agree. Do you really? Who are you? Wow. I assume you're a lawyer or you're something. God bless you. I could never tolerate that. So our philosophy was move from notice and consent to knobs and dials, which is give me control. So if you're going to use my data and connect it, there's a whole gray zone about whether you're allowed to or not allowed to. Let's get out of the micromanaging whether you're allowed to or not allowed to. Give me a settings panel so I can see who you've connected it to, and I can depermission. So Netflix.com, I'm a customer. I'm sure I've approved connectivity to like 20 different apps. When you go to the settings panel, you see the list. Oh, it's your iPad, it's your smartphone, it's your this, it's your that. You click depermission, and you basically remove that data sharing. What we said in the government context was, for federally held data that's sensitive, we did not say, easy, let's do data sharing so that the city of Cleveland can get your Social Security income data and make it painless. Because a lot of folks want that because they think it's going to simplify. They're wrong. My theory was we could never square those circles. You could never have enough privacy protection and liquidity in a cost-effective way when you do those traditional B2B models. So what I said was, every statute of every policy, Social Security Act, healthcare, whatever, says, if me, the consumer, wants my data, you're obligated to give it to me. So when we wrote Section 1561, which says, how do you connect the eligibility and related, enrollment systems for social services safety net, kind of what this federal, state, local, nonprofit kind of thing, here's our quote. The work group believes that a system in which the consumer has access to his or her own information in a format that can be used and reused, potentially through the HHS Data Hub, we wanted to API enable the HHS Data Hub, may have the highest value approach to transferring account information from one exchange to another. In other words, a consumer-directed exchange model, in our opinion, was the least burdensome, most privacy-maximizing, and if we embrace the one-click API approach, it actually isn't that painful, and we can start to get into that space.